This One Piece episode 870, was amazing. So let's go ahead and get right into discussing about this episode. It was titled A Fist of Divine Speed, another Gear Fourth application uh, activated. So here we go, discussing about One Piece episode 870. So a couple days ago, I got caught up on One Piece, the anime, 2 days ago actually, and episode 870 just came out last night, but I watched it today and stuff. So yeah, pretty good time on catching up on the anime. Episode 870. Wow, it was amazing. I mean, the art and animation of it I liked it. It was pretty clean. It was pretty good. You know, the writing, everything was amazing. I mean, this episode was pretty good. So yeah, here we go, discussing about this week's episode of One Piece. Now, I will start reviewing One Piece episodes every week now. Uh, Hopefully I can, if I can stay on top of it. But yeah, I will start reviewing every episode of One Piece weekly now. And hopefully soon I will be reviewing the manga as well. Hopefully whenever I get caught up on the manga. Now, I'm not caught up on the manga all the way yet. I'm in the Reverie arc in the manga, so yeah, still a little bit to get caught up on, but I'll get caught up in it in no time, pretty much. So just give me a week or two, and yeah, I'll start reviewing the manga chapters. But yeah, I will be reviewing the episodes every week now. But yeah, here we go, discussing about this week's episode of One Piece, episode 870. So yeah, now we go into this week's episode, pretty much going into the fight with Luffy and Katakuri. Now, and we see Luffy pretty much right when they was about to fight in this week's episode. As soon as they was about to fight, we see Luffy go into Gear Fourth, and he goes into Gear Fourth ready to fight. And then we get a flashback where during the 2 year time skip, uh, with Luffy training with Rayleigh, and they was training and all that on the island with all the animals and stuff around them. And Luffy goes into Gear Fourth for the first ever time. Now, the first ever time we seen Gear Fourth was when he fought against Doflamingo and Dressrosa, but he actually activated it one time before, and that was during the 2 year time skip. So yeah, he did activate it before, during the 2 year time skip. But yeah, we never seen it until Dressrosa. Uh, but yeah, Luffy, of course, goes into Gear Fourth, and he calls it, how did he call it? I think he called it, Bounce Man or something like that. Yeah, Bounce Man, because he was bouncing around and stuff. And Rayleigh was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I liked it and stuff." But he said, "Bounce Man, that's not a good name for it." And then comes up in the training and stuff. They're going at it. It was pretty good little fight with Rayleigh and Luffy right there. Well, training wise fight pretty much. But yeah, it was pretty good and stuff. And Luffy flying in the air, and Rayleigh pretty much explained about the proteins with the rubber and stuff, pretty much going off and stuff. But yeah, Luffy's flying around and stuff in his Gear Fourth form. But yeah, while he's flying around, of course, Rayleigh got him and stuff, and Rayleigh pretty much whooped Luffy's ass. I mean, Luffy ain't used to Gear Fourth at this point, because I think it was like the first time they went into it, so he's not so used to the form. But yeah, Luffy, he was trying to do pretty good, but Rayleigh, of course, is whooping his ass and all that. But they changed the name to Snake Man, so yeah, it was a pretty cool Gear Fourth Snake Man. So yeah, it was a pretty cool name for it. I liked it. But yeah, then we go back to the present time with Luffy versus Katakuri. Right now, it was a pretty good fight. I mean, this fight between Luffy and Katakuri has been amazing. Katakuri tried to use his observation hockey. A lot of points where Luffy was like, he was when he's in his Gear Fourth, he's a little bit quicker than he is, of course, with his rubber and all that because it's tightened up with all the hockey and stuff. So he's trying to, every time when he's trying to act like he's about to strike at Katakuri, what his arm would bounce off or something, like a rock or whatever, and then come back at a different angle, about to hit him in the face. And there was this one cool moment where Katakuri pretty much dodged a hit, and then all of a sudden came back after bouncing off of something like the wall or whatever, came back and pretty much drilled him right in the face. But Katakuri barely used his observation and used armament hockey pretty much to harden up his face, his cheek. So yeah, he barely did that. Like he was about to get knocked out cold from Luffy. And Katakuri, man, his observation hockey is amazing because he was dodging a lot of Luffy's hits. Luffy was going all out and Katakuri's like still dodging him. I mean, Katakuri's observation hockey is like on a whole different level. Like he's a master of observation hockey, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was amazing, But yeah, while they are fighting and stuff, Katakuri does this one cool move where he pretty much grabs something and he uses Mochi Mochi no Mi. And while he's using his Mochi Mochi no Mi, he used, armament hockey as well. And pretty much I had his thing with spikes and all that, which was amazing. It hits Luffy, and Luffy's trying to get off of it while Katakuri's like spinning him around with it. But he can't get off of it because of Katakuri's Mochi Mochi no Mi pretty much sticking on Luffy, making him stay onto it, And he's spinning him around, slinging him into rocks, making him dizzy and all that, which was amazing. I like that. But yeah, they was doing pretty good, and they was going all out, and then Luffy had one cool move where he was using, Gum Gum Kung pistol, I think it is, and I think he missed at one point, hit one of the mountains or whatever. But yeah, they're going all out and stuff, and then we cut to a scene with Shaki and Rayleigh pretty much drinking. They're drinking, and Rayleigh's like, yeah, Luffy's gonna win and stuff. So yeah, it was a pretty cool moment, and it goes back to the fight and stuff, with Katakuri and Luffy going at it, which was still a good fight, But then we go back to the scene with Sanji and Pudding and stuff, Pudding and Sanji's like riding on this flying carpet or whatever, and Pudding with the personality switching and stuff is pretty funny because she's like, oh, Sanji and stuff, trying to like grab his hand and stuff, and when they accidentally grab the hands and stuff, she freaking like despises him and stuff at that point. It's funny. But yeah, they're trying to get back onto the island and stuff, but Oven's like Oven, everybody else is watching. Well, not watching them, but they're looking out for them, But so they actually snuck past Oven and all of them. So yeah, Sanji and Pudding did get back onto the island. So yeah, that was pretty cool right there. And then we go back to the fight with Luffy and Katakuri. They're going at it and stuff, and Luffy pretty much knocked down Katakuri a couple of times. And Katakuri, like I said, king of observation hockey because he was going all out in this fight. He was dodging Luffy's hits every single time. Like, Luffy cannot hit him at all a couple of times, He was dodging a lot of Luffy's hits, and Luffy was he was stretching out trying to hit him, but I guess, he knows that Katakuri was going to dodge it, and then he keeps on letting his arms bounce off the walls and stuff and everything else to come back and try to hit Katakuri, but it wasn't working at that point. Katakuri, like I said, king of observation hockey because he was still dodging them all. So yeah, Katakuri was doing pretty good in his fight. But then yeah, the episode ends and it was a pretty good episode. Now we're going to go into next week's episode 871 with the Straw Hats, with Luffy finishing his fight with Katakuri next week, and not only that, the Straw Hats trying to leave out of Whole Cake Island. So yeah, of Totland. Like I said, this episode was amazing and stuff. It was great. I loved it. The fight between Katakuri and Luffy was amazing. And when we got the flashback during the 2-year time skip with Luffy and Rayleigh's training and stuff, was amazing as well, where Luffy went to Gear 4 for the first ever time. That was awesome. But yeah, like I said, this episode was amazing. The art and animation of it was great. The writing and everything was great as well. But yeah, I like this episode. I'll give a 9 out of 10 stars as well. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 stars. I mean, this episode was amazing, Probably one of my favorite One Piece episodes so far. So yeah, amazing episode. Animation was nice. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this week's episode of One Piece. I will be reviewing episode 871 next week, so yeah, look out for that. So the manga chapters, I will start reviewing those in a couple of weeks. Not anytime soon, but a couple of weeks because I still need to get caught up on the manga. Now Boruto did air this morning, so I will be reviewing that later on today. So yeah, look out for that later on today on my channel. But yeah, and same for the Boruto manga chapter review tomorrow as well, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'll be reviewing the Boruto anime tonight. But yeah, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Videos. Subscribe to this channel, World of Chris 1-800. Follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It'll be down there in the description box. So you can follow all my social media accounts. It'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later into the next video.